I tend to, when I'm working with Greg, I do lots of little sketches, sort of thumbnail sketches, which I might just sort of hold up here. And that's basically a page of the range of whole of Eliza's costumes. Now I think we decided to do Pygmalion in the period, though we decided to sort of use quite a large span between, say, 1905 and the teens, 1912, so when it was written. So you'd have some of the older characters slightly more old-fashioned and slightly earlier, and then you'd have somebody like Eliza being right on the button of the fashion of the moment.
This corset that I've got in front of me is nearly finished. It's for Cush who's playing Eliza Doolittle.
So we would start with the corset and the underwear, and we'd have to get that shape absolutely right, and that'd be the first fittings we do, is to actually get the actress into the shape we need her to be. And I sort of rely on the costume department heavily there to sort of create that shape. They're rather brilliant at that. And then we would make a toile out of some spare fabric that's knocking about, that's kind of got the same similar properties to what we're going to make it of finally. And then we'd make it out of the final fabric and do yet another fitting and start laying on bits of trim or anything we need to do to sort of finish it off. Look at hats, look at accessories, look at gloves, shoes and bags and things to go with it. What we're doing is, this is just a sort of toile shape, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's a day dress, it's quite colourful, it's very, very stylish. She will be the most stylish person in the room when she enters. So this is just a very elegant, beautiful day dress. What have I got? A very important thing to me too was to know who was being cast and to think about the shape and the personality and the person we've got, you know, playing Eliza. That was really, really crucial. And that would help me decide on the shape and the colour of the clothing, you know. And you may think it's strange because I don't put a single colour on my drawings, which is, you know, is my way of having freedom, really. I like to do these sketches that enable us to still keep things open and to move on and experiment, so as I can work with the actor or actress in rehearsals and see what comes out and work with the makers, and so it sort of evolves a bit more. I don't like to do drawings that are saying this is it and this is what you're wearing. I prefer it to be more fluid. I bought these fabrics and they were the starting point for the dress in a way. I mean, the fabrics meet the drawing and the drawings meet the fabric, you know, and it's a kind of balance. And these fabrics influenced how the dress is actually going to be. Alongside my drawings, I do these sort of photographic collages, which are actual research of the period, and they show, well, there's a great example of a flower girl here in Covent Garden, some wonderful examples of dresses of the teens period, 1912, flower girl in Covent Garden, and really these are just a kind of an atmospheric thing for both the director, myself, and the actress, to get a kind of feel of the whole period and a feel of what we're doing. So I use these alongside my drawings and the fabric to create the dresses.
This is the first time we see Eliza after Professor Higgins has started creating this new identity for her, so it really has to be a statement dress. And everybody else needs to be very impressed with her and think she's come from the couturiers. And in the movie it would have been the ascot dress. So there's quite a lot of pressure on to make this a major outfit, but in a very chic and subtle way. Each cutter is making 3 dresses, so we have 4 weeks from the start of the show, so they have to schedule 3 and 4 weeks, so you're talking a dress a week virtually.
I think that's a fantastic department. What's great for me as a freelance theatre designer is to be able to work with a whole costume department, because a lot of theatres now, they don't have costume departments, making departments. You know, everything's made by freelancers, and it's just great to walk into a department and everything's happening in front of you, and you can be hands-on with them and with the fabrics and with the costumes. They're in the space, and you can watch them evolving every day. Very different from having a freelance maker who's making it in their studio somewhere else. So it's a great advantage having a costume department, especially as good as the Royal Exchange. They're wonderful. What I was wondering to do is to go much higher on the neck. I love designing costumes. I love working with the actors. You know, I found that on the odd occasion I've only designed the set, and then I've never felt totally part of the production, because you really get to meet people. You know, when they're standing there in their underwear and you're fitting them and trying to work out the best shape on their body, you get to know people. Or then, do we cut above here and just have a very fine something? Quite like doing the drawings, you know, you're sort of stuck in your studio on your own drawing, but it's actually the hands-on doing of it that I like most.
Everything has to be finished for technical rehearsal, so that's the first time everybody sees everything on stage. From technical rehearsal day to press night, it can all change. To see a drawing being interpreted and created 3-dimensionally on an actor is great when you see it on stage, under lights, in the right setting, doing what it's meant to do, which is create an atmosphere and help a story, as far as I'm concerned. When it's doing that, it's really working and you feel like you've really done your job well.
How do you do, Mrs. Higgins? Mr. Higgins told me.
This is the poshest dress I have ever worn on stage. It feels amazing. I mean, the fabrics and the feel of the feel and style and shape of the outfit help you to do the scene and be the character at that point in time. So, but yeah, you feel $1 million walking on a stage in a dress like that. It's something, yeah.